When I got my chronic illness diagnosis, one of the things I wish I knew was grief. The day it hit me like a ton of bricks. And it just doesn't hit you once, it hits you over and over and over again. Hi, my name is Kemi. I am a life coach and I for women with chronic illnesses, and I have been living and navigating a chronic illness for the past 7 years. Welcome to my channel. No one told me that I would grieve over and over and over again. No one told me that it would be triggered by anything from birthdays to seeing other people move forward with their lives to feeling stuck, like I was going nowhere, like my life was at a standstill. And a lot of people don't use the word grief, but the feeling of being stuck, the feeling of not knowing how to move forward, the feeling of future plans that might not come to pass, the feeling of who you are, who you thought you were, all of those falling apart, falling away. You grieve over and over and over again, and it could be triggered by anything and everything. Grief isn't just about what you lost, it's about future plans, the plans you had for your life that may not be possible anymore, the life you thought that you were going to live that may not be possible anymore, relationships that you may have lost on the way, being spontaneous, old routines, being able to just go at the drop of a hat, not thinking about how it would affect you, how if you would have any side effects from medications, planning your whole trip around what you need, or not even being able to go on trips. It's everything in between. Your independence and grieving the life you thought you were preparing for, because everything has changed now. Grief comes in waves. It's not just one thing. It can come when you're celebrating. It can come when you feel sad and heavy. It can come anytime. And like I said, especially when you watch others living their lives, moving forward with their lives, and it feels like you're just stuck here. You're just in a standstill and you're just watching life pass you by. That was one of the heaviest things for me, just feeling like life was passing me by and I was just stuck in this spot and nothing was happening for me because I had to deal with this thing that I didn't plan for. That was a big one for me. Another one that was big for me was the realization that there will always be one thing or another. There might be another symptom. There will always be something else. There will always be another medication you need to try. There will always be another lab test. There will always be another, we need to check this out. We need extra tests. We need 4 or 5 tests. There will always be something. I was not prepared for that. And that hit me heavily, especially when I had to start my GLP-1 journey. I have a video on that. That was one more thing for me. I was gaining weight and I needed to lose the weight, and it was affecting everything else because one of the side effects of my medication is weight gain. You're not prepared for things like that, and the grief hits you. It just hits when you least expect it. But what is great is you just don't have to, it's not a just get over it and move on situation, because recognizing that this is your new reality, taking a step at a time, it's a human response. It's a natural response that we would have when we feel like our lives are falling apart, which is the honest truth. That's how it felt for me. And this is not a hurry up and get over it. It is a take it as it comes, take it a day at a time. Enjoy the good days, down day, a sad day, then feel it, experience it, live through it, so that you can shed that, drop the heaviness, and then experience another good day, another happy, exciting day. And we just have to take it a step at a time, one day at a time. But one thing I've learned on my journey and with a lot of my clients is ignoring that grief keeps you stuck. You cannot push it down. You cannot act like it's not there. You have to work through it. You have to cry when you need to cry. You have to write how you're feeling down if you're someone that journals like I do. You have to get the feelings out. You have to express those feelings one way or another. Otherwise, it continues to sit in your body. It continues to sit in your nervous system. And your nervous system will always try to protect you. So if you're not dropping some of those heaviness, it will keep keeping you stuck. I was stuck for so many years because I just couldn't move forward. I didn't know how to process my grief. And I'm so grateful that I worked with a coach, and I also took coaching programs, some trauma informed coaching that taught me how to process some of this trauma so that I could start to take steps in my life. And that's the type of coaching that I do. I don't ignore, I don't push through. There's no toxic positivity here because it just doesn't work. Even just saying affirmations, it doesn't work. You have to go through the process of shedding some of that weight, working through the trauma so that you can start feeling unstuck, loosening up your nervous system, and start taking little steps. And those steps are not steps of hustling to try to get something done. They are steps to, one, starting to recognize, reclaim your identity, starting there, recognizing who you are now, and taking little forward steps in being clear on who you are now, your abilities are now, and who you are becoming, so that life can be a little bit lighter, a little bit happier, with some more peace. But what is great is you don't have to process this all at once. Like I said, it comes up in waves, when you least expect it. But I've created a guide and a journal that can help you process some of these feelings, express some of these feelings, so that you can start to work through them and start to gradually get yourself unstuck. There's still a version of you that is worth meeting, and that version of you is underneath the grief, underneath the stuckness. And you can start taking steps one by one to meet yourself where you are, reclaiming your identity and taking steps forward. I'll see you in the next video. Like and subscribe for more.